What's going on, everybody? My name's Eli, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video was actually requested by a number of my a number of my subscribers, and it has to do with financing dental school. Now, I did make a video about this when I first started my YouTube channel, which I'll put right here. Essentially, I discussed a few ways that you could go about paying for dental school, applications, DAT, and stuff like that. But now let's address the elephant in the room. Most people going to dental school will not use one of the scholarships that I made videos about. They will not be paying out of pocket. They will be paying for dental school with loans. Ah, yes, loans. Loan, the four-letter L word that no one loves. Loan. Ooh, let's talk about it. So before we get into the content of the video, I just want to start by saying if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe, like the video, comment under the video, etc. It really helps me a lot on YouTube. I make consistent content, new videos every week. You don't want to miss them. So consider giving me a subscription. Next, let's talk about a few housekeeping things with the channel before we get into the content of the video. So for those that don't know, I started my YouTube channel April 18th, 2021. Today is March 8th, 2022, which means we are almost 1 month away. Things are changing. Number one, starting with this video that I'm recording right now, I'm going to be experimenting with some new editing software. I think now that I have gotten that, kind of learned how to edit and kind of how to do things on YouTube, I want to experiment with something new. And I'm really going to try to learn how to use this new editing software. Number two, I've been checking out what you guys have put under the video submissions and the whole form. And it looks like basically everyone that filled out the form agrees that you all watch my channel for the vlogs. Out of all the videos that I make, I can tell the vlogs do the best. They get the most comments, the most views, the most likes. I know. And I saw from the submission form that you all agree. So, another thing on the submission form and something that I was thinking about was people actually asked to see vlogs of things outside of dental school, which was never something that I really considered. I always figured that people that came to my channel came for the dental school content, not necessarily me as a person. And I know that's not the best way to think about it, but at the same time, that's just kind of the way I think. But once I saw in the submission form that y'all were asking to see things outside of dental school, I was like, oh, like y'all actually interested in my life? Like, that's not being a dental student? I don't know. I feel like what that was telling me is that you guys want to get to know me more. I do feel like I kind of have this barrier up when I'm making YouTube videos, mainly because one day this is going to be my profession. So if someone gets on YouTube and goes to my page, I want them to see the best of me and maybe not all the other stuff that I may do when I'm not at school. But it's been a whole year, and it's time for me to break out of that shell. I really think so. So I will start showing you guys some other things. I don't know how it's gonna go. To be honest, I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous, and I kind of don't want to do it, but I want to at least say I tried. And I want you guys to not just see me as this one character that you see on YouTube. Anyway, enough of me rapping. Let's talk about this video. So, a few people asked me if I can make a video talking about financing in dental school. And what I mean by that is not necessarily, the videos that I made about scholarships and how to apply for the HPSP scholarship and NHSC scholarship, etc. They want to know, how in the world do you go about these loans? And I remember feeling the same way. Sorry, I'm trying to log into my computer. I'm trying to log into my loans account because I'm going to show you guys how many loans I have after just undergrad, my post-bacc, and 1 year of dental school. Oh my goodness. Oh. Sorry. Okay, so let me do this after. So, here's the reality of the situation. Although I make these videos about the NHSC scholarship, HPSP scholarship, there are a lot of people that are going to go to dental school without using these scholarships. If you have watched the videos, then you know that most of these scholarships have some kind of caveat to them. They have some kind of work commitment, military commitment, or something that, you're not just getting handed hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to school and, just because we want you to become a doctor, So, because of those caveats, there are a lot of people that are never going to use those scholarships. Me and Kanisha talked about how using the NHSC scholarship, you may not have a military commitment, but you are limited to what specialties you can do. Some people don't want those limits, especially not early on in dental school when they're still figuring things out. So, how do you go about getting loans? First off, I want to make sure that I'm answering the questions that were asked. So I'm going to go to my DM and I'm going to look at exactly what the person asked. Hey Eli, hope everything is well. I was just watching your day in the life vlogs and I was wondering if you could do a video about financial accept of dental school, like loans, money given, and how you've been surviving off of that. As an incoming D1, I'm so worried about what it's going to be like having to depend on just loans to survive while going to school, especially when you have other debts that you pay monthly. But yeah, if you can do one to share your experience and how that works, I will highly appreciate it. So, I have been in this person's shoes before. Because when I started dental school, before I started dental school, I had a full-time job. I was used to getting money. I had a car note, I had a phone bill, car insurance, all that stuff. I was like, how am I going to pay for that while living off of loans in dental school? Well, luckily for me, since I went to grad school for a post-bacc, I already been down that road and I already know how it goes. So, when you're filling out your FAFSA, if you ever done the FAFSA before, you know that 9 times out of 10, the financial aid package that they give you is crap. It's just crap. But after undergrad, there's this thing called the Grad Plus loan, which will basically allow you to borrow up to your school's cost of attendance, which means all the money for tuition, housing, etc., etc. I forgot to mention this earlier in the video, but let it go on record that I'm not giving financial advice in this video. Just my personal experience. What you do with your money is your own responsibility at the end of the day. Anyway, let me show you guys how much money I already owe in loans from undergrad, 1 year of post-bacc, and 1 full year of dental school. $185,692.99. I still have 3 more years of dental school. But let's talk about how much money I borrow, what that money goes to, etc. Essentially, when you borrow the money with your Grad Plus loan, you have to budget. How much do you need per year for all your bills? How much is your rent gonna be? How much is your tuition? All that stuff. Go off the school's cost of attendance. However, it may not match up to your reality. Budgeting. That's really all you have to do. You have to budget. Obviously, you should try to have the least amount of bills as possible. I have my credit cards, I have my car note, but my parents help me out with the phone bill. My parents help me out with car insurance. Other than that, I don't have any other bills. I try to keep my credit card debt low as in pay it off in full every month and don't spend a lot. Get food stamps because you have no income. Everything. Do literally everything you can and it'll help. So before I end the video, let's just talk a little bit about budgeting in dental school. So obviously, when you borrow money from your school to attend the school, like when you do your FAFSA, get your loans, Grad Plus loan, etc., you get a refund check. So they already take out everything that they need for tuition, fees for the school, health and wellness fees, etc., etc. And then you get your money back in a refund check that you have to save for your rent every month, etc. Yeah. So what do you do when you get that refund check? Save it. Invest it, save it, I don't know, do whatever you want to do. I decided to save most of mine and invest what I didn't need immediately, as in if I wasn't going to need the money until July or August, I decided to invest it. The money I saved, like just put in my savings account, enough to at least cover my rent and my car note up until July. The next time I'm going to get a refund check is like the beginning of August. So I wanted to at least make sure that I had liquid on hand cash for January to July. The money that I didn't need for that went to my Robinhood account because it's not going to do anything sitting in my savings and I'm missing out on free money. Although the stock market is terrible right now. Anyway, again, this video is not financial advice. You don't have to do what I did. These are all just what I did. Of course, at your school, you have the Office of Financial Aid, hopefully, that is helpful in helping you figure things out. Older students are the ones to talk to, especially at your school. Every school is a little unique. No school's tuition is the exact same, fees, etc. My school is expensive. Your school may not be. And that's okay. Sorry, I thought something came up. But just know that loans is a completely normal way that people pay for dental school. You don't always have to go the scholarship route, especially if it doesn't line up with your future goals. There is definitely a way to attend dental school, keep up with the bills that you have in your own normal personal life that you had before dental school, pay your rent, etc., all that stuff, while living off of the loans that you're borrowing for school. Just know that these loans build interest. You're not borrowing money for free, and therefore you do not want to over borrow for things that you don't need. Reduce the amount of bills that you have now before you start dental school. Get that credit card debt down to zero. Don't be paying extra interest on a credit card because you don't want to pay it off. Get that debt down. It's going to help you. Get that car note down. Start thinking ahead. Think forward. Think of what you're going to need once you get to dental school and how you're going to be able to provide for that. It does take planning. It does take budgeting, but it is very possible. So all in all, I really hope this video helped. I'm not a financial advisor. Like I said, I'm just telling you guys my experience. Whether you decide to follow what I did or, I think at the very least, take my advice on budgeting. You should learn how to budget just for life. Like at some point, budgeting is going to be a factor of your life. Even as a dentist, if you're making a whole bunch of money, you're gonna have to budget to pay back your loans. You're gonna have to budget to pay for your kids, etc. I don't really have to get into too much detail. But anyway, Thank you for watching this video if you watched all the way through. If you have specific questions about finances in dental school, please leave a comment. I always respond to comments, always, 100%. Yeah, 100% of the time I respond to comments. So if you're confused about anything, if there's specific questions that you have, please leave a comment because someone else may have that question. This video is not the video to be sending me DMs about with questions that you have. Leave it right under this video so other people can get their questions answered. Let's start a discussion. Let people get the same answers that you're getting. Point blank, period. Thank you for watching the video all the way through. I appreciate you all. Stay tuned for the next one. I hope you're all enjoying the dental school vlog series. Already got another video loading for next week and more schools on the way. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.